Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thanks for letting me join as an observer, guys. Appreciate it. A little bit easier to do than Flow TV, having the delay and whatnot. We're gonna jump right on in. And I'm gonna butcher this because I know it's not English, so I'll do my best. DwieTwarze versus Disproved. Got Disproved rocking the yellow undead. Let's see, do we get our overlay correct? Double check that right quick. Should be Disproved on that side. I might have to fix the logos after this. Let me see if I can fix that right quick, because I'm pretty sure both players are going to be doing some pretty standard stuff. Altar Moonwell, here's our AOW creeping. Crypt, Ziggurat Altar, yep, looks standard, so I'm going to take a brief moment and fix the logos for us real quick. Give me one moment. Maybe if I do that, that way y'all can at least watch the Night Elf in the top over here. Whoops. Alright, so that should be over there. There we go. Hey, good enough. Excellent. Alright, so we'll see here what the game plan is. We've got both players sending out their early scouts just to make sure there are no shenanigans afoot. We've got the Demon Hunter coming out for our Night Elf hero in blue on the top here. And on the bottom, we got DK. Yes, sir. Death Knight pumping out as well. Tomb of Relics on the way with a handful of ghouls. Night Elf is going to get their scout well on the base here. See that there is no early graveyard, no threat of fast fiends, nothing too crazy going on. Pretty standard thus far. Let's see if we got any interactions from the Acolyte. Will we take a couple free hits on the Archer? We will. Come just give a little hug. Give a little love tap here and there. Repair coming out from the Wisp just in case. Immolation take on the Demon Hunter. Great choice against Undead. Turn the Ghoul Surrounds on their head. Make sure we don't get a deny here. Looks good. Shop coming out nice and early. Shop cancel. Guess that might have been for aggro purposes, not sure. But both players creeping, progressing along quite nicely. Have to see here if we see some standard play out of our players. If we go just straight into the good old master rank bear rush on the Night Elf side, and the attempted T3 3-hero orb carrier statue fiends composition from the Undead player. Good wisp spread. Both of these players are on the higher end. I am but a lowly 1100 player, so my opinions, for the most part, won't be super valuable, but I will commentate on the action because that is a lot of fun. But these guys, up in that 1500 range, they know what they're doing. They've got their build orders planned out. They know how to creep well. They're not losing. They're not making massive micro-macro mistakes. We're not going to see gold counts climb into the 2K mark, so it should be a good game, good set between these guys. No early skull on the DK, usually indicative of one base play. We're not going to end up seeing that Expo over here. And so far that is holding true. We do see the T2 upgrade is going out for both players. Night Elf a smidge ahead of the Undead, but nothing too crazy. Coming in for a little scuffle in the middle here, Archers and Death Knight, Archers and Demon Hunter versus the Death Knight and Ghouls. Maybe attempted a little surround here, not quite. Demon Hunter squeaks out, throwing some mana burns. Long range coil attempt on the Archer to try to get that XP kill. Demon Hunter could still be in threat of a little surround here. Second coil gets the kill on the Archer, free XP in the bank. Disproved says, thank you, sir. Not really looking for the Demon Hunter, not really looking for the surround. Good choice considering the Immolation take. Immolation not getting turned on quite yet. There it is. Immolation proccing on the ghouls. Looking really good. Free trades with the Moon Juice right at his back. Night Elf player probably not looking too worried about this, just looking for a little bit of XP off these plays. Wisp not coming out to detonate the skeletons. Wait, here we go. Detonate here maybe? Or are we going to build? Nope, Hunter's Hall coming out. Right at a good timing, so that Hunter's Hall should be completed right as the T2 finishes. We see the Ancient Allures get plopped down. Disproved still not letting up, still looking for more engages here, causing the Moon Juice to get sucked dry pretty well during this first night. Have to see what he intends to do with this. DK going for one last attempt on the Archer here. No good. Skeletal Warriors may get it. Death Knight getting quite low for this engage. This will be tough to heal back from. Undead not having as good of a healing solution this early in the game. We'll probably have to wait until we get to that T2 mark and pick up the health potions out of the shop here. Ghouls low, Archers low, pop count looking roughly even for both players. So far so good. Immediately progressing to T3 for the Night Elf, even foregoing the initial lures. We've got our graveyard coming down. Only a single crypt still for Disproved. We've got some of the rod, more rod of Necromancy takes, Sacrificial Dagger to try to up that healing, and the Night Elf is on the map with the Naga, taking the shop camp. Looks like Disproved is smelling this, maybe coming straight up to deal with Dwee. Dwee? I'm not gonna say that right. I should have looked it up on Google before I started. Somebody send me a pronunciation clip. I can do that right. Got Disproved matching the Naga by. DH picks up the Staff of Teleportation. None the wiser with the lack of line of sight in the nighttime. Ships in the night, both players not realizing the other is just mere inches away from the sight line. You can see the Fog of War creep up right here. All of Dwie's forces were right up in here, just out of vision. Continued healing, really trying to get that DK back up. I don't anticipate the Undead player wanting to take any engages. Great future orange camp take on the Ancient War. That's going to be one of the big differences we see between the more advanced players versus our lower MMR brothers who are still learning. This big boy keeps getting involved in these camps, and that's quite helpful. A little scuffle breaking out. Undead player actually decides, no, you know what, I do want the engage, trying to thin out this Archer herd. Ancient of War continuing to creep, but all those kills, if he takes them, will be denied. No XP, one Archer goes down. And even if this kill happens on the AOW, all that did was deny Disproved of the XP. Ancient of War looks like it's gonna go down here. No support, not enough army to come back in on here. 29 pop for the Night Elf player, 39 for the Undead. And Disproved is gonna clean up the rest of this camp. Bringing more ghouls in. Slaughterhouse stood up. No statues quite yet. Fiend production on the way. So it looks like we're gonna see some Fiends, ghouls, probably the Obsidian statues soon here. But the Night Elf player says, look, I've got mana burn. And you've got spells that I don't want to see. I'm going back in. So keeping that DK on no mana, really brutal, makes it tough. DK getting a little brave here, kind of YOLOing in. The slow poison and the slow arrows. Oh no! The forked lightning from the Naga comes out and snipes him at the last second. He's unable to get the town portal scroll off in time. Disproved in disarray, not moving the Naga out fast enough. Naga goes down too. Demon Hunter nails the TP scroll out. Doesn't get the kill. 2 heroes down for Disproved, and our Night Elf player in the top here is feeling pretty good about that. Rejuve coming out, Bears on the way, Master Rank research en route soon, if not already done. And what will the Undead player do in response? This is a tough place to be. We get the Tavern Resurrection on the DK, quite a bit of gold, but we do need that hero back on the field. Looks like we're creeping off to the left, see maybe if he's going to take the Expo, or at least open it as a possibility. The Elf player having already cleaned out that Expo if he does decide to push for a second base behind this upcoming push, but this is going to be scary for Disproved. This is the classic Dryad, Bear, Naga DH. He's looking good. Master Rank is either done or on the way. Looks like it's probably, yep, we're done. Master Rank Bears are being produced. DK tanking a lot of this creep. Getting kind of low again, and no health bots. We do still have the TP scroll. No easy out for the Naga, though, besides slowing arrows. Could be getting surrounded later on.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looking good so far. Okay, this is it. This is the scary push. Can the Undead player pick off anything here? We've got plenty of outs on the Demon Hunter, double Invone, TP Scroll, Orb, Staff of Preservation ready. The Death Knight's only got TP, it's going to get forced here. Great job getting that out before the chain lightning or fork lightning comes out. Undead army backing off scot-free. Night Elf has map control right now. We're going to have to see probably some health potions be purchased, get that DK healed back up. Might even be worthwhile just sitting on the creep for a while here and just taking as much health as possible. But the Night Elf production is in full swing, double lures. No upgrades coming out quite yet, but they are just not needed. What will the Night Elf player answer with? We love to see the Destroyer research come out. That is absolutely critical for fighting off the Roars and the Rejuves. Might even like seeing, you know, some Garg production, but it may be too late in the game. Here goes the scuffle. We're breaking out. Bear getting low. Staff of Preservation going to come out on the Bear. No, doesn't hit it in time. Great Nova timing from Disproved. Gets the Bear kill. Demon Hunter looking in trouble, but we got plenty of potions. First Invuln potion popped. Trying to focus down that next bear, but the ghouls are getting melted. Second bear, Staff of Preservation correctly gets sent out. DK popping the health potion. That's the last out. Nothing else except movement speed to get him out of this. Second bear going down. One of those bears escaped. Coming back, low health, didn't remember to tap the fountains. Death Knight going down. Nope, not quite yet. The Demon Hunter instead goes down. The cooldown on that second Invuln pop may have caught him unawares, I'm not sure, but he would have had to have portaled out. You can even see here, still another 10 seconds. The Undead player continuing to look to clean up. We've got this magic 3 hero stack with the Lich, DK, and the Naga. Orb Carrier on the Lich looks great. DK flirting with death, but staying just out of range. Lich looking like he might be in trouble here. All target focus going on the Lich. Second Invuln potion happens for the DH. Lich goes down. Crypt Fiend's attempting to focus down. Oh, the Death Knight goes down as well. Only having that one out with the health potion, not having an Invuln, not having another Scroll of Town Portal. Looks pretty rough here for the Undead player. This might be the GG. Both heroes being down. No units close enough unless he wants to swing the Naga to get a Tavern Resurrection. Going ahead and opting for the Altar Res. Oh no, Destroyer getting caught out in no man's land. We really need him to hang around. Can't lose him here. Okay, nice. Over the tree line. Okay, maybe just enough to not get focused down. Can just kind of bounce back and forth. Night Elf player getting hung up here, trying to see if he could have picked that Destroyer, but he's going to go ahead and back off. Disproved scouting out the Expo, seeing, not taken yet. Okay, good. Not in danger of just getting hit with the wallet, so to speak. Destroyer managing to find his way out. Go home, buddy. You've got to heal up. We need you to consume some magic later. Night Elf just enjoying the map supremacy right now. Undead player trying desperately to get the heroes resurrected and probably just crossing his fingers saying, man, I really hope he doesn't come back before this Death Knight and Lich come back up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Attempting to keep the orange camping going, even on such a low army count. ABC always applies, always be creeping, do your best. And this looks like a smart choice. He's coming out looking pretty smart here, considering no pressure coming in from the Night Elf player. Do we see the Expo coming up? Not quite yet. The Wisp is in place, but there is just not economy ready to support a second Tree of Life. And at this point, may not even be necessary since he can always move that tree. Trying to regain pop count, already getting back up to that 43 count against the 44 army of the Night Elf, but we're just missing a lot of units. We're very hero heavy still on the Undead side. Lich coming back out. I'll have to see what he decides to fill this army back in with. We've got the second statue coming out, one on life, one on mana. Looks good. No crypt production right now, so all we have are that is going to be doing damage is the DK, the Naga, 2 Fiends, and a Destroyer against 3 Bears, 3 Dryads, and matching heroes. This is looking a little dicey here. We'll have to see if Disproved can enlist the creep camp and draft them into the Undead army. A little bit of damage going out on the Demon Hunter. Destroyer, Dwy really knows that this thing needs to go down. Makes his life a lot easier trying to target it. Coil going out to hit the clutch heal at the last second there. And both players backing off. Waiting to see what happens next. Highly trying to contest this red camp right here at the bottom. We'll see if we get a Devour off on that Reju, perhaps? No, not quite. Nighttime, definitely in favor of the Elf, especially if we've got that Ultravision research finished. Can quite easily see whatever the Undead player is trying to get up to. Night Elf finally breaking over the 50 pop cap, breaking into low upkeep on this production. We're even seeing a couple Talons be introduced into the army. Very nice. Fairy Fire especially helping on hero focus, which could be very necessary. Killing off that Lich, killing off the Orb Holder earlier makes those bears a lot tankier. Currently both players just jockeying for position. Any big changes going on? Ah, nice. We see the Banshees. We might see some possession attempts come out. That would be fun. Let's see. Oh man, Naga steps up to get a nice Fork Lightning off, but can she escape and get out of this? Oh no, the Lich sacrificing himself instead. He's going to go down. No out unless the coil comes out. Not even enough mana for the coil. Lich goes down. This push is going to be brutal if he decides to take it, but the Undead base doing what it does best, being quite persuasive, saying, you don't want to kind of try to take me. My town center's got arrows? I guess you would call them frost attacks? I'm not sure. Ancient of Wind, double lore. Do we have our upgrades trickling in quite yet? Nope, no upgrades quite yet. Got all the Talons in Crow form, ready to do any anti-air that's necessary, and throw out the Fairy Fires. Dvi winning the scuffle and exchange for this bottom red camp and taking it out from underneath the Undead player. Disproved opting to go ahead and say, you know what, you're winning right now, you've got a scary army, and I don't want to take the fight, I'll go camp your side instead. So, trading sides. We'll have to see if Dvi can smell this out, and it looks like he's coming back to his side of the map. I'm not sure what else he'd be going for if it's not this upper red camp, but he may get here too late. The camp may already be dead, but the Undead player will be quite softened up. Do we have a Town Portal Scroll available? We do. Death Knight's got the out just in case. Already got the item. Nice, Ancient Django. That's going to be extra little damage. I didn't actually see what the Night Elf pooled. Also, okay, mirrored, same drums. Good. I don't know if he wants to take this fight. Might go for a Bear Sneak. There's the TP Scroll. Well timed. Hopefully not losing any units here. Getting everything out in that Destroyer just in time. Having to pass over some of the remaining creeps to Dvi, but for the most part, probably feeling pretty happy he was able to sneak up there and grab that priority item off the camp. Able to get this Destroyer healed up, but the Night Elf is looming. Night Elf finally getting his expo started. Undead not able to leave his base right now to get that going. It would be under extreme threat from this Night Elf army. I'm pretty sure Dvi would be very happy to take the fight if Disproved were to try to take one of these expos right now. He's just a little hesitant to try to go for the main base break. But Tree Life on the way. 2k gold left on the mines in the main bases. And here we go. Is this going to be the game-ending fight? Will Dvi decide he's finally ready to dive into the Undead fortifications? No. The answer's no. We're not ready yet. I don't blame him. This can be a scary base to break into. I wonder if he even knows that none of the towers are actually, or sorry, none of the ziggurats are actually turned into towers yet. Really, the only defensive building is going to be that Black Citadel. But honestly, by keeping Disproved pinned in here, we can kind of go for the economic victory. Keeping him pinned in, denying him his expo, getting the Night Elf expo up and saturated should be a good enough win condition. Staff of Preservation missing on the first bear. First bear goes down, but the Undead player is losing Fiends. Druid of the Talons going in a little deep there, getting sniped out by the towers as well. Man, oh geez. Dvi losing a lot of units there, going too deep into the base. Destroyers are eating good, full mana, slinging out the enhanced auto attacks. Banshee ready, master rank. I think she's 30 mana short of being ready for a possession here. But we could see a bear turn onto the Night Elf side. Nope, we're opting for curses instead. Destroyers eating good, slinging out auto attacks. Naga goes down first. DH in the back, shredding with immolation. Staff still not used yet. Maybe too much micro. DH pops the invuln. And it really does look like Dvi is getting the upper hand on this exchange overall, but he's decided to TP out. Oh, one last bear for the road. That really does change things. I'm pretty sure he got 2 or 3 bears killed in that exchange, and I don't think the Staff of Preservation was actually used on any units there to save their lives. Love the ghoul scouting, trying to find that expo, whiffs on the first location, knows where to go for the second, And this could be where DwieTwarze starts to get in a little bit of trouble here if he can't defend this Expo, if he decides to go for it. But it looks like the army's here. It would only be ghoul harass. He looks like he's going to be fine here. Taking the red camp. What do we've got? Anything crazy going on production-wise? Just refreshing the army, getting the hero back up, getting the fiends refilled. A little bit of light ghoul harass on the entangled gold mine. Going to get cleaned up quite easily. Decides, you know what, I don't want to donate that XP. Makes sense. Demon Hunter at 5.4. Don't want to let him break into that level 6 and get that ultimate. That is often enough to just be a GG. Losing some health here, but the fountain helping refill, getting this war golem down. Definitely in trouble if he decides to go down and check this, but he does not. Unaware that the camp is being taken. And, oh, very nice Talisman of Evasion pickup on the DK. Really going to help out on the tankiness. Trying to get back out on the map. I can't remember how much mana possession takes, but maybe we're not going to see any possessions. I think it's 250, but in the last fight, it looks like the curse autocast was still turned on, and so the first Banshee lost enough mana to even attempt to perform it. DwieTwarze checking both expos again, knowing that the Undead is still not taking his second base, and realizing, hey, eco victory is looking pretty sweet. Goldmine one wisp away from being saturated, and he knows the Undead is going to be running dry soon. Trying to target fire down the slaughterhouse, the T2 production building, the source of the statues, getting pushed off. Let's see if we see any of these possessions go out. Nothing quite yet. Wait, this Banshee might be positioning for it. Oh, possession channel started. Focus scene. He knows. Oh, kills it just too quickly. First bear goes down. No staff of preservation used quite yet to save these. Crypt fiends are dying. Banshees are dying. And it's looking pretty darn good for the Night Elf player off of this exchange. But once again, faced with the task, the monumental task of how do I break this Undead base? How do I break in? How do I finish this off? Oh, DH getting low. No outs. Oh, there's the Invone. Just popped right at the last second there. Very low. DK has no outs. Running off to fight another day. Hero surviving, but he is just bleeding units here. Statues providing nice blocking, Fiend burrowing to heal, but as we can see here, the gold mine has gone poof. We are seeing the last 450 gold that Disproved is going to see this game, unless he can somehow break out, grab an expo, and keep going. Staff of Preservation used on the Demon Hunter, go home, sip up the moon juice, and TP staff right back over. Oh no, I guess he sold it. Never mind. TP staff gone from the Demon Hunter inventory, sold in favor of something else. He will have to walk back over, but plenty of time. DwieTwarze feeling quite good about having this this expo up and well saturated with a second gold mine. Tree of Life, Tree of Eternity rather, deciding, you know what, my gold mine's empty, let's go find another. Marching off to the left. Acolytes finally trying to break out for Disproved, but his army's not positioned in the best place quite yet. He knows he has to defend this. He knows he has to get this expo, or this game is just over. And this is going to be it. I think this is going to be the last fight we see here. DwieTwarze going to be very happy to finally see the Undead army outside of his base. Fork Lightning coming out, doing great damage. Demon Hunter in the front with the T2 Immolation, feeling quite good. Naga goes down for the Undead. Death by Naga. Bear goes down. I think the staff is actually on cooldown. And there's the GG. DwieTwarze biding his time, waiting for the Undead to leave the base, give him an open, choking him out, and manages to secure game 1 for Giggling Goblins. If we can get that. And we'll wait for these folks to create the next game. Disproved 2, thank you, sir. Excellent. Oh, looks like I got a crummy chat message. We're just going to go ahead and ban that. Easy. Set to Observer. Second map chosen by Disproved here is going to be Autumn Leaves. Bit of a bigger map. Nope. The ask for ready goes unanswered, and we're going straight in, though, so I hope both players were ready to rock. We'll have to see if there's any game plan changes on this one. Once again, Disproved the yellow Undead in the bottom left. DwieTwarze. I'm doing the best I can on that name. think it's that Polish. I don't know. I don't know what language that is. I'm curious what language that is. But either way, the blue Night Elf has the 1-0 lead, has some breathing room. Standard opening so far from both players. AOW creeping started on the green camps because the orange camps are just not in a good spot. AOW having a hard time on any orange camp that is next to some sort of structure, be it a gold mine, a shop, a lab. Those camps are a lot more dangerous and require either very careful micro and wisp repair, or you just say, you know what, I'm going to go for the green ones. Nice and easy. But I'm sure we will see this big boy start walking either down to the lab or over to the gold mine to clear the second camp, as we've seen Dwy show us that he does know that the Ancient of War can continue creeping past the first camp. Takes a little while for folks to learn. The Demon Hunter worked well last game. He's happy to redo it. And do we see any change up from Disproved? Not quite yet. Death Knight again. Both players seem to be happy with their choices from the past game. We'll have to wait and see where we deviate and if we deviate at all. Or if Disproved thinks, you know what, I had that one, just maybe a couple micro mistakes, not taking my expo fast enough. We'll have to wait and see what he decides. Both scouts going out. Acolyte checking this orange camp just in case. I think that's a stretch goal. I don't think he needed to do that. That's a really tough camp to take, and look how far away the building would have to be. Be a long march from the Ancient of War to get over there. But creeping starting up here for the Night Elf. Shop coming down. We'll have to see what the item purchases are on the DK this time around. It may be a better call to go ahead and see that skull get taken and take the Skeletal Warriors and the Ghouls and go ahead and get that fast expo up this time. But we'll have to wait and see what he's got in store for us. Acolyte getting trapped by the net. Unfortunate, but it looks like he's going to go down. One more hit from the DK. Does the micro mess him up here? Does he lose it to the Ancient of War? Oh, man. Close cancel on that Ancient of War. He started the windup on that last hit to yoink the creep away, but great response by Dwy. Not getting too distracted by the Acolyte. Getting the Acolyte kill. Not losing anything to the denies. Very clean. Awesome to see. No skull on the DK here. Man, both heroes starting with a D. Really tripping me up. That's okay. No skull on the DK here, so just kind of looking for this initial green camping. Is he going to lose anything here? Immolate going to be doing big damage here, getting all the units in contact with. DK losing a lot of health here, opting to just go ahead and try to finish the Trapper. Man, this is looking brutal. There we go, the coils. Must use the mana, sir. We must use it. Gotta start slinging spells out. Just keep coiling the DH. Get him off of you. There you go. There we go. Oh, he's not done yet. He's going to come back in, but that coil should be coming off cooldown. Go! Go coil him! Go! Go! Use your mana! Plenty left! Plenty left! Force the TP scroll, sir. Ah! Dang. I would have loved to have seen the coils get slung out on the DH the second he showed up here. This is a mistake that a lot of us are making and learning from. This is the GNL. We're here to learn. Mana is meant to be spent. It is a resource. Don't sit on it. Unless you've got very specific plans for it. Night Elf looking to clear out this gold mine camp. And we've got the same reciprocated in kind from the Undead player. Now, the question will end up becoming, does this actually turn into an expo take from either player, or is this simply preparation, taking the camp, getting the good items, getting the XP? I love the Wisp hanging out over here. Would have been cool to see one more Wisp try to sneak in here, but I'm not super familiar with the aggro radius of the gold mine camps. They might have decided to just kill the Wisp. Either way, nothing crazy going out. No Acolytes en route, no Wisps en route, no Ancient of Life. There's Tree of Life sitting outside, so no fast expo takes. Just cleaning the camps out in preparation. T2 on the way, Hunter's Hall timing on the way. T2 on the way for both players, looking good. Graveyard and Hunter Hall's timings are perfectly acceptable. And now we see the Undead player knows camp's cleared out, nothing here for me to take. Mana burn goes out. Deny more of those coils. Be interesting to see who takes this fight here. I almost would like to see the DK have just slung the coil out onto the Demon Hunter here. I think it's more useful as damage because this is the real threat. These archers are not nearly as much of a threat as this Demon Hunter is, especially with the Immolate take. I'd like to see coils. I think that's good here. But I am but a lowly 1100 player, so I could be very incorrect. T2 about to finish for the Night Elf player. Are we going to see him slap down those lures again, or are we going to see an immediate T3 tech and delay the lures? Let's see what he opts for here. Keep the unit highlighted while we watch the scuffle. Naga take, back on the map. Frost Arrows being a very damning ability to have at this stage of the game with this low health on the DK. Having to run back home. T3 immediately started for both players, so it looks like we're going to see basically the exact same kind of game plan here. No Slaughterhouse is coming out quite yet for Disproved. No second hero yet. And the Night Elf is smelling blood in the water. He's coming in. It looks like Dwy is a lot more relaxed this game, having the cushion in game 1. He's feeling very bold, very aggressive. Trying to come in here and pick off some of these ghouls. Threaten the lumber economy of the Undead. What a cruel twist of fate this patch has been. The Undead is getting his lumber harassed in lieu of the Night Elf. Slaughterhouse under construction, but vulnerable. Has to get the cancel. Maybe the surround on the Demon Hunter here. Nice, nice. Has the surround, but the immolate damage is huge. Kills the ghoul and sneaks out the side here. Would still love to see the coils going on the DH. I think that's the best way to kill this push and prevent mana burn from being as effective. Another Rod of Necromancy take. Lich finally coming out fairly late, it feels like. Mana burn taking it out. The opportunity of subsequent coils is off the table at the moment. Shop focus coming into play as weakest building. Prevent those HP potions. Prevent those mana potions. And can Disproved fight this off in time? Gets the mana pot. Great pop, but no out! The DK going down with no town portal, no invuln, no potion of healing. And Disproved TP's out, goes home, and is just happy to have an almost level 3 DH. Disproved just getting a little bit distracted on the micro there, not able to grab the potion of healing out of the shop in conjunction with the potion of mana. I love the potion of mana take into the coil immediately following the mana burn. That is the way to play around that. But really would have liked to have seen the potion of healing get taken and keep that DK alive, force the TP scroll out, and all of a sudden we're looking completely fine. But now we're at a point where, are we going to see, is he having to resurrect on the tavern? Nope, he's going to resurrect on the altar. I think we were pop blocked for a half second there. Not sure, though. Or he just started it a little later. But both players continuing to try to creep around the map, continue to eke out an advantage, but the inevitable countdown to destruction has begun. The Druid of the Claw Master training is on the way. Dryad productions have begun. Ancient of Wind coming out to be able to produce something to deal with the Destroyers or Gargoyles if needed. Not really seeing any Gargs coming out from Disproved from the last game either, and that usually seems to be a pretty all-in strategy with Triple Crypt. So nothing quite yet. Very comfortably taking the camps, still having a very healthy archer ball from the early game. I don't even know if he lost a single archer yet. That might be all the ones he's made this game, and that would be very, very good. Definitely don't want to lose any of those early archers, and while you're Ancient of War creeping, you're really only making like maybe 3 to 5. So, and having them get all the way this deep into the game is fantastic. Creeping looking good, picking up the healing wards, picking up the Flute of Accuracy for the ranged buff. We've got plenty of Dryads and Archers that will benefit from that. Love to see the healing ward go down during the camp, make it a little safer. Double statue is not quite up yet, still waiting for the second one, but might not have the gold or the throughput to do that quite yet. Ancient of War lumbering his way up top to try to start the next camp, but getting a little too close, maybe getting out of control of Dwy's micro, and it might go down here unless this camp decides to full leash. The level 5 creep leashing, that's helpful. Middle scuffle, Archer getting caught out, nuke down. Can't tell if that was a good trade or not. I think that was quite a bit of mana for one Archer, but either way, XP is XP. This Geomancer refusing to give up, continuing to try to target down his AOW, but finally leashing, and that guy is going to live to walk back over. Shop coming down for the Night Elf, extra Moon Wells to juice up production, Master rank for Bears, well finished, and no expos coming down for either player quite yet. Just massing pretty much the similar army counts, trying to take down some of these priority creep camps, get items, and then look for the fight. Disproved off on the eastern red camp. Dwy lurking, checking the gold mines for expos. Sees it with the Wisp Scout that's been here probably since minute 5. Gets a big detonate for any of the skeletons that were still up there. And he's coming in the back here. He's not going to have a really good out unless he goes for the TP scroll. May end up just having to feed this golem over to the Night Elf. Naga getting trapped. The slow, not quite enough. The Dryad slow poison just brutally... Ah, the mana burn finishes it off. Naga goes down. Demon Hunter level 4 secured. Going for that 1 point into evasion. DH getting low. Pops the invuln. No out except the TP scroll. TP scroll on the DK is going to get forced here. Have to be used unless he can get out. Slowing poison coming in. Oh, looks like he's just able to squeak out of this. But is he going to get stuck up on the Crypt Fiends? Whew. Close, close, close. Good, good, good. DK is out. Can go back to the shop. Go back to the Blight. Get passive healing. Buy health potions. Come on, Disproved. Come on. Get the items. Micro, macro. Give us a game 3! So Devour coming out from the Destroyer. Nothing too crazy. No rejuves were out. No Roar had been proc yet. Not even sure what buff he ate or if that was just a mana transfer from one of the characters. Talons being produced, but no rally set correctly, so they are just chilling in base, sipping on moon juice. And once again, Dvi just basically saying, look, I'm going to pin you in, and you can come out to fight me, and I would love for that, but I'm not getting anywhere close to your base. DK has the TP scroll, Demon Hunter has the TP scroll, and there it is. Blinked first, TP scroll out on the DH, happy with what he's got, going home. I think at this phase, especially with the hero focus, I think it's probably time for Dvi to pick up that Staff of Preservation, maybe even pick up the Staff of TP for the DH, so that way you can have that just really cheesy combo of, you know, Demon Hunter gets low, Preservation him home, drink up, slurp up the moon juice, and then just TP right back in. Really just raising a giant middle finger to any type of hero focus on that character with that combo. But what are we going to have here? We've got the Orb of Venom coming out, no staff quite yet. Items looking okay. Lich being juiced up with the Gloves of Haste and Claws of Attack. And is Disproved going to try to take this camp? It didn't look like... I couldn't tell if the Golem got finished off. I don't think it did. I think the Granite Golem's still alive down here. Dvi going to clear out his other Expo location possibility. Oh, Lich stepping up a little too close. He has no out, but the DK comes in with the heal. DK getting low off of that Fork Lightning. Pops a potion. But he's just going to have to walk this one off. Nothing to be gained from here. Getting away. No Dryads throwing slowing potions. Creeping up. There we go. We see the potion of Invuln take. But did he go too close to the Night Elf army here? The slowing poison from the Dryads getting another chunk of health out of the DK. That is health we did not want to see missing. We wanted to keep that health pool high. More bear production coming out from the Night Elf player. And he is just chasing him down. Now the question that I'm going to ask here is going to be, are we going to see Dwi take the fact that he's one game up and aggressively push in and try to end the game quickly this time? Or are we going to see him maintain that same calm, collected composure play and just harass on the outside, pin him in, wait for the eco advantage to kick in, force the Undead player to get out of his base? More harass coming in, taking these light engages. Does he dive the shop here and finish it off? It's already half. Bears will take it down once they get on it pretty quickly here. Fork Lightning coming out from the Naga, keeping that DK health pool low. DK is low health, low mana. Lich is not looking a whole lot better. Shop goes down. There will be no easy outs, no potions of healing, no potions of mana available for Disproved on this push. And it looks like Dvi says, this is it. I'm coming in. I'm not scared. Another Fork Lightning comes out. No mana available for the coil. The Lich goes down. Is this the beginning of the end for the GG for our Undead player? It's not looking good. Potion of Invuln popped. Bears are going to go down. There is no Staff of Preservation to save them, so we are getting some bears down here and there. But the Destroyers are just super outnumbered by these Dryads with the Naga support. I think they're just going to end up going down, and they get focused down one by one by one. No more air units left on the field to assist in any way. The Druids of the Talons there to clean up just in case. Bears shifting out, throwing rejuves, throwing roars freely now that the Destroyers are off the field. The DK has one last out in the form of TP. Does he take it? He does. Disproved throwing everything he has into this defense, but it is just not quite enough. Game 2 going over to DwieTwarze. And the Giggling Goblins take the set. If we can find our booster. So, man. So, really fun play to see from both players as far as just the standard kind of builds that I've come to see in the Night Elf versus Undead. Not really seeing any fast expo. The Undead trying to go for that big one base play. Hard to say if that was the correct decision. Hindsight's always 20/20. And maybe it would have gone better for him had he gone for the fast expo. Or maybe it would have been worse. And it's hard to tell. As previously stated, these guys are a lot better at this game than I am. So, gentlemen, Disproved, thank you both for letting me cast your games. Thank you for the fun showing. GG, well played to both players. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Good luck in your future games.